people ask me questions like that, my answer is think for yourself.
Okay.
Figure it out yourself.
Excuse me. All right. How do we, dude? Where the fuck do we start with this? Okay. All right. Where do we start with this, chat? 3.4k more homie coins than I need for 20k. Holy shit, dude. The video first. Okay. First, I want to start off. I want to start off with this, right? This whole topic is not just about the Cal situation. This is literally about the community as a whole and how we handle anytime something like this happens. Whenever some sort of drama situation comes up, whenever anything like this, even similar to this, happens, how we as a community, whether it's, you know, half of us, most of us, doesn't matter. It reflects literally the whole community, right? And it propagates all the way down, and it makes Krunker as a directory look like shit. Right, so this is about the whole thing, but literally we're gonna just specifically because the Cal situation exists right now, we're just gonna talk about that. My whole idea with this is literally just to propose a new way of you guys thinking and not necessarily like just taking things at face value, right? So like it's really easy for anybody to hear their favorite streamer say something and then they base all of their opinions off of that. Right? You hear it from one source, then that's your opinion on it. That's like, what is that? Appeal to authority? That's like a literal fallacy. That's like a human bias that we have. So it's like, there's so many things like that we just do, whether we realize it or not. And it's a huge issue, especially in this community and especially when it affects people, right? Because it's like, for this specific situation with Cal, he's literally... like the amount of shit that he's taking relative to what he did is really like, it's fucking stupid, right? Idol worship. There's like several different ways that you can describe that, right? Halo effect or halo bias, you know, like there's literally so many like factors to that. So either way, let's just start down by breaking down this specific issue that happened. Like I said, I'd literally never ever dive into any drama, but it's happened so many times now, dude. It's literally happened so many times where we just fucking, we just outrage and we just jump to conclusions and we don't look into anything. So I'm not necessarily here to give my opinion, but rather just show you guys the situation and information for both sides and the facts and what it is, and then we can have an open discussion from there, right? Cool. Like I said, also this is like not scripted at all. I did nothing before this stream to prepare for this, so we're gonna actively try and find content. Type that out for me really quick so I can copy that. Enough about cows. How do you feel about calzones, dude? All right, okay, let me see if that works. Does that work? I'm assuming that works, right? I literally just want the clip, like that's all I need. That's the only reason. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Big brain. Okay, so this was the original clip of the whole incident that happened. So let's go over this again. So, and I just want to let's keep this in mind, right? Somebody captured this footage with intent of showing mods or whoever that this person was hacking in game, right? Like that's the basis of this. This was somebody showing Cal's, or you know, that he was hacking in game. So let's just watch this really quick. Why is it so loud? And like something to note here is like a lot of these things, like we don't know much just by watching this gameplay, right? Like spawns in Krunker aren't that unique. There's nothing unique about the spawns in Krunker. They're not like super randomized. Like we know where people are always gonna spawn. Like just watching this base level just looks like normal gameplay, right? I mean, this is, I'm assuming there's multiple clips here. And also, we have to understand that we don't know how he plays normally. So I don't have a baseline that I'm looking at for his normal gameplay to compare. Hi, Dad, on my phone, so I delayed on PC a bit. What happened? You just got to go back to the VOD. So basically, you're talking about why Cal's got hacker tagged and discussing people's opinions. Yes. I got Terra and... Yo, hell yeah, Dead Spars. But like, if you, I don't know, like I don't see much here that's like super definitive of anybody hacking, right? This just kind of feels like somebody just playing Krunker. They're literally normal gameplay, right? Should we speed through this and just like see different parts of it? Walls. I play like this. I feel like most level players would play like this. Like, at least so far, right? There's nothing too like definitive, nothing like really stepping out, popping out at me saying that this is like insane gameplay. Crosshair placement is kind of iffy, but that's about it. I mean, I feel like he's kind of just putting his crosshair in like that, right? Like, just pre-firing something like that doesn't literally mean, you know, it doesn't mean much. Like, anybody, or not anybody, but like anybody could pre-fire that for any reason. Whether you think someone's there, you heard somebody shooting, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of pieces to that. But let's just keep watching, because I'm sure there's probably more things that are more like confirming of whatever people are saying. But so far, it just seems like normal gameplay. The person who recorded this is the person who hacker tagged him. Well, I mean, let's get through the whole thing, right? Let's kind of. I wish this was a little bit shorter. This is kind of fucking long. Would you guys prefer that I just skip through a few different pieces? Wall hacks. Yeah, so ESP is basically just the ability to see characters through walls. So like whether it's an outline of them or whether he presumably is just seeing the health bar through the thing, right? I'm not changing JJ now, that's first. IDK who that is though, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Like I said, there's like a whole there's a lot more to this than just this, but like this is my like example right now. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit more. I'm assuming I hit wallbangs and shit all the time. Yeah, exactly. It's like most of us have played Krunker for long enough to know where people are gonna spawn. Like right here, I saw this in one of the YouTube videos, right? Like that. Like I don't know how much of this is really like saying anybody's hacking. He was checking on spawn spots, so that's hacks, I believe. Okay, he was checking on spots, so that's not hacks. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I feel like a lot of us just know where spawns are. Like, we played this game plenty of times. I personally think he's just another tab open in the same game. He just has another tab open in the same game. Wait, what? Okay, let me read through this message really quick. I literally did the same thing in Sub-Zero. In at least 3 seconds of the game, I came through the alley, the slopes down near where the main spawn point is, and I just crouched and started shooting. Someone randomly came out, and I hit him straight in the head. The only time I ever used ESP was for like one game. Then I first saw like a year ago. I've never used it since. Okay. He knows spawns. See, exactly. Like sus shit coming. Okay, we'll keep watching. But at least as of right now, I don't see too much going on. I don't see like anything too crazy. Just looks like fairly normal gameplay. I wish I could watch this at a higher speed, but for the sake of like being accurate, I think let's just keep watching this gameplay. But yeah, so if you're wondering why you're seeing the health bars, I was just informed that it's just how it looks whenever you spectate. So like whenever you spectate, you just see the health bars. So this isn't actually anything that would be like showing that he's using wall hacks by any means. His crosshair placement is a no-no, hackerman shit. I mean, how can we base something off of like that? Like somebody's crosshair placement being really suspicious? Like, I don't know. I feel like, look at any high level gameplay, like from anybody, right? 127, are you saying I should go to 127? Is that a good spot to go to? Maybe this new gun called Hackerman? I always point my crosshair towards the spawns. Now it's insanely easy to predict in this game. Exactly. So there's nothing inherently like unique or like crazy like random about the spawns in Krunker, because it's just like it's small. They're small maps. It's small encounters. Like there's not much there, right? There's just not much there. Like this. Super common wallbang. People just shoot their sniper through this all the time and just get it. You know, they get their shot and they get a kill and that's a clip. Forgot to tell you, but I sued at the range, but I sued to range hack, and if you know what it is, then you get pissed off at the game and you have to use hacks. I did not use lock or anything, just ESP. I noticed that it was wrong a few hours after, so I deleted the hacks and this extension and never used it since. Okay, so you've had experience with it, but not by choice. So on his other monitor, he has a tab open, guest account, spectating the game so he can see everyone. That's interesting, but I don't even think there's nothing in this gameplay, but like why would he do that? Like I don't see any incentive I don't see any incentive for somebody to have another tab open of a guest account spectating a game, especially when it's a casual. It's literally a casual free-for-all. Like, there's nothing on the line. There's nothing necessarily here that would be an incentive, but also we don't know that. But at least from like a 5,000 foot view, like I don't see much there. That's like, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's my choice, but he recognizes bad. Watch an earlier VOD and see how. We'll look at that as well. Just a few hours. That's what I know most of the hacks are. Okay. So did he get double nukes or something? Is that why? Where was the insane gameplay? That's what I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. That's literally what I'm trying to get to the bottom of and like understand. Challenge boosting. Okay, challenge boosting could be a thing, right? But like, I haven't seen him get a nuke yet. I haven't seen anything out like that. No, not that he's good crosshair placement, but it's that he has weird tracking during movements, movement transitions, and spawn rotations. I mean, but is it always? It doesn't. I don't feel like he always has his crosshair in a great place. What's up, Tomahawk? Yes, in Undergrowth, I will shoot wallbang spots and sometimes hit people. Exactly. So it's like, we can take anything in any context, right? You can take literally anything in any context and fit it to whatever you want. Like, you can take anybody's wallbang, literally anybody's clip of a wallbang, and have some sort of random information around it or some sort of context around it and make it look like they're hacking, right? Like, this could literally just be framed in the perfect context. For an example, 127. Okay, can somebody remember that we're at 5:30 right now? We're at 5:30, okay, in this video. He's not tracking through the wall. Yeah, I also didn't see that. He got tagged for sus gameplay. What's up? We're just kind of going over some stuff and just kind of discussing. We're just having an open discussion about how things are handled. And remember, also, this is just discussion about this like specific incident, and then I kind of want to expand on a few things after this as well. Okay, so let's go back to 127, and then we're also going to take a look at his normal gameplay from like, we'll say like maybe a week ago, right? 127. I mean, okay, so I see what you're saying, and who the fuck, it doesn't matter who he is, right? It doesn't matter who he is. He's a streamer, and he produces content, and he's just another streamer in the community, right? Another person trying to either grow the Twitch category, grow his channel, earn some income, do something, you know what I mean? Not accusing, just not. Okay. So like, so I can see why this would seem like odd placement, right? Where was it? Like 127, right? So like, I see what you're talking about here. It's like, it looks like his crosshair was right there, and then his crosshair is right here, right? So like, I see what part you're talking about, and I know you're just like pointing it out, but like, his crosshair's here, there's a health bar there, and he runs past it. But like, I honestly believe, like, if I had some insane editing skills or something, like, without these health bars being here, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this video, no matter what, is going to be framed in that context, right? Like, if these health bars weren't here, like, let's say I was playing with ESP, or like somebody could see ESP but I couldn't, like something like that. Like, it's just normal occurrences, random like crosshair placement through the game. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm not siding with either side of that, but it's literally like, have you guys ever heard of, oh god, there's a thing for this. It's called the Texas sharpshooter effect or fallacy, right? So it's like, you can basically, like, the way that's broken down, I might have some of the things like missing from that, but I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. It's called the Texas sharpshooter fallacy. And basically, like, the example was that you can have a gun and you can just shoot it at the at a piece of wood, right? You can just have a gun and randomly be shooting at a piece of wood, and you can draw a circle around those and create a target after everything's already been shot, and you can go and draw a circle around that and make that fit what you're trying to portray, or like you can make that fit as that was the target you were trying to hit, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure it's called the Texas sharpshooter fallacy. It's literally been forever since I've like dug into any of those things, but like, no matter what you do, you can fit anything into any context, right? So it may be multiple contexts aligning to form a false narrative. Exactly. Without editing the clips, it's just raw gameplay. Yeah, exactly. But like, no matter what, like, especially in this context of somebody being accused of having ESP, right? Like, the health bars are there. Like, he could just be walking around without any sort of hacks, and his health bars are there, and every time his crosshair is even slightly aligned, people are going to assume, oh, that's wall hacks. That's incriminating evidence. Please create Krunker. We're gonna get there, Josh. Sorry, I'm just doing something a little bit different today. We will get there. There should be spectating mode without health bars. I agree. I think that would actually help a lot. I think that would help a ton. It's just something that happens in the game. Like, why is there so much spec footage? Fury the Salter Gaming, maybe. People just jump to conclusions. Exactly. I do remember you quite. Fury, this has happened a lot. I'm currently dealing with 3 accusations, and I have some clips to prove how yeah, people are when they try to hack you. Say exactly. Okay, it was an attorney and it's hilarious. Yeah, so like we can keep going, right? We'll keep going into this. I'd argue that he initially looks at the guy on the right, kills the guy pushing, and glances towards the right again. So like, so you're saying that that like reasons why it kind of looks suspicious, specific to this clip, because I think this was a clip that was used in also let's do this also, right? So sorry I'm breaking down this clip so much, but I think it's important, right? I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit louder. There's things that we also don't know here, right? So we can also consider the fact that we're possibly we're getting some audio like degradation from this clip, right? For all we know, he came here, this was just some random chance that he just so happened to have his crosshair there. It's whatever, you know, assuming that, right? We're just gonna follow down this rabbit hole for a second. And then he's coming over here. I don't know if this person shot, maybe he heard shots down in this direction, like, you know what I mean? Like, audio cues are so important in a game. For all we know, there was shooting down this direction. And yes, like, he jumped, like, there's so many things that you could say here, but it's like, I don't know, like, it's so hard to tell. Like, I agree that it could be suspicious, but it could also just be suspicious with the frame and like the situation we're in. I mean, the situation, would you aim in between entrances to him? I mean, in that situation, would you aim in between the entrances to him? Are you saying like this here? I know what part you're talking about. You're talking about like right there? Are you talking about right here? Detective Lane. The evidence should have been more condemning. Well, there might be more, right? So like that's why we're going to keep digging into this a little bit further. If you're good at the game and have intuition, you have a rough idea of spots to go to, kills, aka common areas, lanes, common spots people go. Exactly, I agree. A little further. Are you talking about this part, or are you talking about after this? If he tries to wallbang every time he comes across them, then that's his playstyle. But it's not clear it's wall hacking. Yeah, exactly. Let's take, for example, really quick, 130 to 131. Okay, I will touch on that in just a second. Did I already pass it? Are you talking about that where he like his crosshairs here, he looks back and then he goes again? He aims between the 2 entrances towards him. Hey Fury, I'm just gonna say thank you for streaming and entertaining us, also not wasting time when streaming. Also thank you for caring for us when reading our messages. Also thank you for making me feel so important while you stream. Also thank you for playing Krunker and growing this community something very special. Please read, love you champ. Yo, much love dude, much love Roger. I love you man, thank you dude, thank you for the positivity. Much love dude. Are you in the Krunker? You're not on the Krunker streaming live? I am live, this is live. We're watching a video though. About Krunker. Read last. Almost done. Yo, sounds good, Limits. Read last. Wait, he probably knows someone was spectating him, so he could be covering up his tracks. You really think? I mean, you could say that as well, but like we don't know, right? So like we can go and make a million assumptions. So like saying probably knows, maybe he knows, right? Maybe he knows that this was something that happened, but not probably. Misty, you're gonna have to type your message again. I don't see it on my screen as far as I can scroll. What's up, Taylor? This is the closest thing I've ever done to a podcast-esque thing. Okay, so let me go forward a little bit more. I think there's another clip that you guys are trying to figure out. You could see him through the box and further boxes. You pause at the right time. He could see his health bar. That's actually a good point too, right? That's actually a great point. So like right here, like let's say this part right here, bam, bam, like, actually I don't know if he would ever, I don't think his crosshair, who's Calzeh? Just another streamer. He's just another streamer. Like I don't know if his crosshair was ever in the right place enough, like I don't know if the character was ever exposed enough to actually see their crosshair, but you guys know for a fact in this game, you can have your crosshair just near somebody, and like these health bars that pop up in game can literally feel like ESP sometimes. Like they're really sensitive, right? Like since the Krunker hitbox is so big, like sometimes I see people's health bars, actually a lot of times, I see people's health bars far before I actually see the people. And that happens a lot. 120, 130? I think that's where we're at, right? I wish I could see the time while it was playing. Are you talking about this specific when he like flicks here, kind of? He started shooting before he even saw the person when he jumped. He knew where the person was at pretty much pre-fired it. He aims to the corner instead of aiming at the two possible places. So not here, right? You're talking about going further. Also, he knows the exact time to pre-fire 100% of the time. I mean, I don't know about 100. Okay, well, let's watch more, right? Let's get some more gameplay. And then also, we're literally nowhere near being able to like have a defined opinion yet, like a solid opinion yet, right? Because we don't know. I'll send a screenshot. Okay, that'd be helpful. Thank you. Because I wish I could see the time. I have to like go here and see the time. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah. For everybody who's following, thank you guys. I just haven't got to those yet. Hey, after you're done with breaking down the clip, would you like to watch a clip of It's Absent reading the second story that I posted in this chat? Yes, but we have a few more things that we have to break down, but I'm interested in entertaining that as well. I don't have a spectator counters, and the shots, pre-fires, and tracking just get sus. I try not to act sus at all. I mean, you should never have to not try to act sus, right? Like, you should never just show me the clips and I can tell if someone's cheating in like 30 seconds. Okay, here, let's rewind this a little bit, and then like Taylor can also see some more of this. Can you continue the clip? Yeah, I'm gonna go back just a little bit. There was a message. What was the message I just read? I feel like it was important. Oh yeah, like you were saying, Misty, you were saying that like you feel like when somebody's spectating you or something, you try not to act sus at all. Like, you shouldn't have to. There's no reason that you should ever have to in a video game not try to not act suspicious, right? Like, that's a play style. That's like something that people do. Like, people will just randomly pre-fire stuff or flick to stuff really quick just because that looks cool, right? That's entertaining, especially coming from like a streamer standpoint. Like, that's entertaining. I access all the time. I would pre-fire every spawn. Just exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's entertaining. Whether it's an entertaining way to play or an entertaining way to like show people your play style, right? That's literally like an action. That's like adding flash. Yeah, like Tony does that. Like, there's a lot of people who do that, right? And that's just like an entertaining play style. So here we go. Let's watch some of this clip, and then we have Taylor in here, which Taylor's like a great person to like judge some of these things as well, with his professional experience. But like that, like, I don't know, like that specific clip which you guys were talking about a lot, like, I mean, especially with the health bars here, like the health bars being here, really, that was sus to me. I don't know, dude. Like, it's hard to say. Like that, it's like he was just pre-firing. Why would he not, in that situation, actually hit his target there? This is a VOD of his POV. Somebody was spectating him in game. That one right there is sus. I don't know. If he does it every time, then it's sus. Yeah, I agree. Like, there could be some suspicion there if he does it literally every time. But like, so far, there's nothing, right? Especially this. Like look at this clip right here one more time. We're gonna go. Nothing was sus in those clips. I agree. So let's watch this one more time really quickly, right? And then we're gonna zoom into this further. Like right here, why would he not hit his target there? Just something to think about. Not saying that means anything, but that's just something to think about. Why would he not hit his target right there? I would need a longer clip. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. We need a lot more. I can explain why, but too lazy. Fair enough. Okay, so like, here's some more. Actually, let's speed up. Where were we at? We were at 5:30. Let's get back to 5:30. This again, like literally everyone pre-fires this, or maybe not everybody, but a lot of people. That's a common spot. Like, you know, somebody's gonna spawn there. They literally, like, that's okay. Quickly, that spot, that little piece of wood right there, that little hole, this right here is literally for that. Why else would they add that little box there? That's literally what that's for. Like, that little wood spot is for wall banging. Like, that's what else would that specific spot, why would else would they put a piece of wood there that you could wallbang? Because he's not using aimbot, he's using walls. Well, yeah, but like if he knew where the person was, wouldn't it make sense for him to actually aim at him? Are people actually getting banned for pre-firing wallbanging nowadays in Krunker? That's what, I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out, right? He also missed a ton of his shots, indicating that he doesn't know exactly where he was. Exactly, like that's at least what I got from that clip. So let's keep going. I know there's a screenshot. Okay, so let's look at this really quick. So I was sent this. Do you want to explain this like a little bit more, you know? So you're saying that this part was sus? It isn't even aiming at the correct spots. Yeah, that's the, yeah, like I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna keep digging. I sent it the, yeah. So this is the picture that you sent me, right? You're saying that this was sus. The explanation. Okay, let me read this really quick. People may argue that he's looking at the guy, but I wouldn't argue that he's just watching both possible places and NAB can be. Yeah, like, okay, I see what you're saying. So like somebody would see this in the, so remember, this is all about context again. Somebody could see this and literally just be like, oh, I see this health bar because it's in spectating mode, and that's how spectating is. I see this health bar, and in the context already framed that this person is cheating. Why the fuck would somebody be looking here? I get that. I see what you're saying. But it's like, again, it's all like fit to the specific context. It's like, if we can take a step away or literally just like erase this, right? Pretend this isn't here, which that goes both ways, right? Like we should have a mindset of assuming that he does have aimbot, and we should also have the mindset of assuming he doesn't. And there's both sides. Wait, couldn't he be in the middle of a turn? Yeah, no, exactly. I'm pretty sure he was. But like, I think he like maybe slowed down here for a second. Like, but for all you know, he ran out of mouse space while making his turn. Like, there's just so much. I can't look at that right now, limits, but I promise you I will later. Read last. He isn't using aimbot. He's using wall. I know he's not using aimbot. I know that. But like, you would still know where to shoot, right? Read last, it's me explaining the no thing. Well, sometimes I do that as a playstyle because I think turning like that makes me strafe jump faster, and I don't think that's sus. Okay, fair. So like, this isn't Inno suggesting that this is what he believes. Hydration, okay. Inno isn't saying that this is his opinion. He's just saying that somebody may be drawn to this conclusion, right? This screenshot happens around 129. Okay, let's go watch this in action, right? Let's go watch this in action really quick. A few days ago, he was playing on his untagged account, and he had a spectator count on. Okay. But I think having spectator count on is besides the point, right? Okay, so let's go to 129 really quick. I sent the vid about Calzeh, but I'll send the other thing. Okay, we'll do both. I'll probably look at that in a little bit. Yeah, petition to playstyle. Okay. So let's go back to 129 for just a second here. I know we're like breaking this down a lot, right? Shortly after this, I'm going to go to some of his old gameplay, and we're going to break down some of that. Okay, so here we go. So was it? No worries. So it wasn't that, right? Okay, so I'm assuming it's right after this. Okay, I see what you're saying, but like, for all we know, he's literally just like resetting his mouse, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I see where that might be like kind of weird, but like, I mean, I don't know. Like, he's not, it's like, I don't know. Anybody can, like I said, like maybe you can think that, but he's just not, I don't know. He appears to be an arm aimer. Yeah, for all we know, like we should also take into consideration his sense too, right? So like, he could have ran out of mouse space on that point. Like, I know because of parkour. Wait. That's simple to explain. Wait, hang on. What part, Ozzy? Talk your shit. What's up, Lines? How are you, dude? We're like trying to break down this whole thing. Also, yeah, that dude cheats. Well, that's what we're trying to break down, right? Like he was moving his mouse during that part. Okay, I got you. Moving sideways is a result quicker acceleration. It's the exact way he was. Okay, I got you. 1.2 faster? Wait, 1.2 faster. Fury, are you looking at the places where he's sus, not the places where he isn't sus? Fury, you're looking at the place where he's sus. Well, that's what we already watched a lot of this. We've watched 5 minutes of this gameplay, right? So it's not, I'm not picking specific spots. We're just going back to these spots to discuss them. Are you a crunk buster? I'm not. It's just something I wanted to talk about today. There's so many clips on this map specifically. Okay, so let's go back to 5:30 or wherever we were, and let's just keep watching, right? I want to watch a little bit more of this. You need to look at the places where he isn't sus. That's what we've been doing. We've watched this whole clip. We're already at like 6 minutes. So I'm not watching just his sus or unsus gameplay. We're watching everything here. Yo, much love, milkshakes. Thank you, dude. So we're just gonna watch just a little bit more of this gameplay. Blatant? What? You're saying something there was blatant? Like, as far as I'm concerned right now, and even before that, like, there's just normal gameplay, pre-firing. Okay. hang on. Whoa, hang on, dude. Whoa. Hold the fucking phone, bro. Wait, dude, I gotta turn my fan on. Oh my, okay, hold up. I'm gonna hang on. Oh my god. All right. Okay, listen. Hey, dude. Wait, hold up. All right. I'm going to turn the volume up. If it's a little loud, I apologize. I'm going to turn the volume up because for all we know, the volume was loud. I will. I'm going to play it again. The volume was really low. I'm going to turn it up. For all we know, this person was shooting, right? I'm just putting out context, right? I'm just putting out random context, not trying to fit it to anything. But like, for all we know, the person was shooting and he heard him and he just took his shot, right? But like, no matter what, any shot that he's going to hit in this context, you know how many people have probably hit this shot? Not gonna lie, I've done this before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like anybody could hit the shot just shooting your shots. But in the specific context of already accusing him to be a hacker, this is gonna be suspicious, right? But let's go ahead. I don't hear any shooting beforehand. I wish I could. I don't hear. Wait, hang on. Wait. Chat, I need somebody to test this for me. When you're spectating, do you hear gunshots from other players besides just the person you're spectating? I'm hearing nothing, dude. I'm literally, yes, you do. I think so. Why am I hearing no other gunshots? Like, even when he's around people, I swear I'm not hearing other gunshots. Okay, I am. Never mind. Okay. All right. I just feel like, I don't know. I guess these people just aren't shooting as they're coming around corners. Normal. What's up, Smurfy? Spawns. That's not normal. I mean, are you talking about the wallbang that he hit earlier? He's walling. Look at the vids I sent you. They're really good. Okay, I will. All right, so let's start. Okay, so we're going to do this next. I'm going to look at your vids limits, but I also want to do this, right? So let's take away the check stats. Kills before that wallbang plus random pre-aims. Crosshair positioning follows people's movement. But that's what I was explaining before, Alliance. So like, imagine us watching this. Or imagine you watching somebody who's really good at this game, right? Imagine you watching some really good streamer. Let's say fucking Taylor or random. I'm just saying people I know, like, I've actively watched gameplay or whatever, right? Anybody, any really high level gameplay, right? Any really high level gameplay. Like, if you were to spectate them while they're playing, for all you know, I'm not saying this is the case, but for all you know, like, they pre-aim a lot, they pre-fire, they know the spawns. I'm not saying he's a high-level game like player either, right? But like, and like, because these health bars are here, that's fitting the context of him already being a hacker, right? Man's got cracked aiming share, and he's probably a PewDiePie. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go look at some of his gameplay before this, right? And like I said, I want to state this again. I am not stating at this point that I'm literally for his hacker tag or against his hacker tag, right? I'm just trying to propose other ideas, right? I'm literally just trying to put ideas out there. I'm not trying to defend either way. I just want us to consider other things. That's it. Fury, dude, he stopped and waited for the person to walk through the wall bang and shot at the perfect time. Okay, so let's do this, right? Yep, Jay's right. Hacker. Wait, are you talking about the sniper clip through the wall? Please watch the wall bang again. Okay. Where was that wall bang though? I'll find it. It was there, right? That's like I still agree that that is kind of like an odd shot. Like I do agree with that 100%. Also a moment afterwards. That right there. But like that specific right there, that's blatant. He heard the shotgun. He heard the shotgun and he's jumping. So look, listen. Okay, so I see what you're saying with that clip right there. Let's break that down really quickly, right? Let's break that down. Okay, right here, this person is doing something with a shotgun. I'm just, like I said, again, I want to put this out there because I feel like so many people are going to assume that I'm trying to defend. I'm not. I'm simply putting out other ideas, right? I'm simply putting out other ideas. So let's just say I'm him, right? I heard the shotgun and I know his crosshair is literally pretty closely following this guy right here. His crosshair is pretty closely following him, but also understand that their jumps are kind of in sync. So no matter what, his crosshair is going to be following him. Even if he's not moving his crosshair at all, his crosshair is technically following him because he's jumping at the same time the shotgun person's jumping, or at least pretty close. Like watch, jump, like he's just jumping when that, like, because there was one jump from that shotgunner at the exact same time. That's not walls. He goes from health bar to health bar every time. That's what just susses me out. But is it every time? Is it actually every time? I don't think so. Like I haven't seen it every time, but let's watch a little bit more. And then what we really need to do, chat, we need to go look at his old gameplay. We're gonna go look at one of his other VODs around 5:30. Watch from there his killing and jumping over the wall. Okay, I'll go to 5:30 right after we watch just a little bit more of this. That was weird, but I was just like the clip cutting. Is something happening? Is it? Oh, it's the spectator. Never mind. I got you, Charlie. My VOD first? Okay. Well, maybe. That's a normal shot people take. Totally no. Why is he invisible? Why was he invisible, bro? People swing around that corner, just fire their gun. Like you have things that are wall bangable, and you shoot through the wall bang. You shoot through them, right? He wasn't invisible. He was just around the on the. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. Yo Fury, no content, no context to these clips. That's what's so hard. So hard. Can we rewind back to the underground? I'm gonna go to 5:30 really quick. He only pre-fires when there's an enemy that he hasn't even seen yet, and doesn't pre-fire anywhere else. That's fair. Let's look into that a little bit more, right? Okay, so that's okay. So let's consider, and yes he can, and people do that, but he only does. Okay, so actually what Alliance and Jay both said, that's actually something that we should definitely consider, right? That's something that we can 100% consider. That's actually a very key point with Jay and Alliance, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have also said, right? Let's consider that right now, okay? So he's coming over here. Let's just play through this. He's coming over here. I'm gonna turn this down. He shoots at this person pretty quick. Let's just say he has quick reaction times, right? Whatever. Why would he not pre-fire this right here? Why would he not? If that gameplay is like that, why would he not pre-fire there, right? But that's going against that idea. That doesn't mean because the spawn, you don't pre-fire that, and there's no one there. That's going down that idea. We're saying that there's no one there, that he never shoots when people aren't there. But that doesn't, like, just because he didn't shoot at one wall bangable spot that somebody could be doesn't mean anything, right? There's timings when you get that. Exactly. I agree with that. But I'm just saying, like, if you were to go down that idea that they were proposing, that isn't correct time to pre-fire. Okay, so let's keep going. What's up, Calzeh? I take advantage of it. Calzeh, if you're just getting here and like you're seeing, you might have things out of context. I would go look into the VOD like a little bit earlier, or go back like 10 minutes into it if you want to, just so you can have more context of like the whole conversation I'm having, right? So like I'm gonna also state this right now, just for you, since you're here, is that I'm not proposing for or against your hacker tag here at all, right? This is literally to put out ideas of many different ways of thinking about this whole situation, and I think a lot of people are trying to do that here. Like, this is a discussion that we're having, not an argument. This is a discussion. Okay. And so like Taylor said, right, so like some of you guys were saying that he doesn't pre-fire spots when somebody's not there, but like Taylor says, like, we can also value, but also like we can assume, I don't know how good of a player or how like competitive of a player Calzeh is, but like that Taylor and Calzeh are on maybe they're on different levels, maybe they're similar as far as mindsets, maybe he studied the game, maybe he hasn't, I don't know. But like Taylor said, is that Taylor wouldn't pre-fire that, right? He literally said that he would not pre-fire that because of the timing. He knows, he's played the game enough, he's like learned enough about the spawns that he wouldn't pre-fire that. So that, going with that makes sense. And chat not attacking and being toxic watching it. Yes. Go back to the clip where you thought the other one was invisible. Okay. Can we count how many pre-fires he misses versus how we could do that? That's something we can definitely do. It depends on how much we want to break this down. I'm trying to become a pump stopper, and that's something we addressed as well, Calz, is that like this specific type of gameplay, assuming that you're not hacking, this specific type of gameplay is flashy and entertaining from a content creator standpoint. Pre-firing everything, shooting through walls whenever, it's entertaining, right? Like there's a lot of people that would find that entertaining. Like Tony's gone through the same thing already. Literally, Tony already had this happen to him, where he just pre-fires, randomly flicks to places. Like, there's people, that's just a play style. Break it down as much as you can, my friend. I'll be here the whole thing. Cool. Sounds good, dude. Okay, so let's maybe we can do that. Where can I find them all? Does Cal make videos? We're gonna go look at one of his VODs. I don't know about it. You can ask him. He's in chat. Okay. We're gonna go through more of that stuff though, okay, right? So let's just watch a little bit more of this gameplay, and then I also would like to go look back at like some of his other gameplay at some point. Normal. And then, okay, so here's something that I also thought about. So this is all like normal gameplay, and like I feel like Calzeh also has pretty... Okay, so I remember this was in a video as well. Nobody spawned there. So he's literally just waiting for somebody to spawn to see if that spawn would fire, which I don't understand spawns enough to know if somebody would spawn there or not. But like literally just waiting there. Normal spot to pre-fire. Yes, it's natural for a streamer to be flashy, but he wasn't streaming. Okay, so let's go with that idea, right? So Nomster proposed the idea that yes, it's normal for a streamer to be flashy, but he wasn't streaming at this time. So let's think about that for a second. That's like saying that somebody, I'm not like, just, this can go both ways, right? But that's like saying somebody, like a professional NBA player, doesn't fucking like practice his like shit before a game or whatever, you know what I mean? Or like somebody doesn't practice their, like, you know what I mean? Like that's still his trait, or his, you know, like no matter what, like whether you're streaming or not, maybe it's not even a thing that he has to think about anymore. Maybe that's just his play style. Right? What's up, Jared? 5-second delay for each reason. Do streamers play differently when they aren't streaming then? I mean, I would say they do play differently when they're not streaming, but like maybe you could say that they're more focused, or they don't say everything that's happening during that time. But I don't think we know enough about anybody to be able to say, yes, they would play flashy when they're streaming, and no, they wouldn't play flashy when they're not streaming. I've streamed 90% of the time playing this game. It's hard to switch my whole playstyle just because I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. That's why we're proposing the idea of it literally just being your playstyle. 5-second delay for each person. Can't it just, like what Barry said, can't it just be his playstyle? Yes, it's natural for a streamer to be, okay, I already read that, sorry. Because you don't focus on chat and you just play the game. Yeah, exactly. Like I would think that most of us streamers who play off stream are going to be better naturally, because you don't have your you're not reading chat and you're not bouncing between a bunch of different things. Wait, so he got banned from people just saying he's sus, not the devs catching a program, right? Okay, that's, I want to touch on that really quick. So since he's here, also this helps us. So who issued this ban? Who issued this ban? Do we know who issued this ban? Not that that necessarily matters. And also read Inno's message, please. Exact. Focus. They will never tell. Focus did. Focus. Okay, so I don't know who that is, but like, depending on esports staff. Okay, so I don't know who that is, right? But let's just put out the idea that we don't know if there's any sort of, which I don't want to go down this discussion at all, but let's just go down the idea and say, maybe for some reason, I don't know, maybe they've had some sort of past, maybe there was some sort of relationship, maybe he does like him, maybe he doesn't like him. There could be some factor in there if it's only one person tagging you, right? It doesn't matter who Vocus is, right? That doesn't matter, right? So there could always be some sort of background motive. Not saying there is, but there could always be something there that we don't know about. And also, his hacker tag, along with everybody else's as of recently, his hacker tag is being issued based on somebody viewing clips or content and deciding to hacker tag them. So Krunker, this is me talking based off of what I know, and this is not me speaking on as fact, okay? This is me speaking on as of what I know. Krunker no longer has the logic in place to detect script changes to their game to flag people. I could be 100% wrong on that, but I'm speaking on that based on my experience. So like, if you guys remember in the past, there was stuff that happened where people would get flagged because they had script injections, tamper monkey, whatever. You would get flagged naturally by their anti-cheat, which anti-cheat, most of those work by detecting changes to the script, right? Because that's how all those things work. It's hooks into the game and changes to the scripts. And that's no longer in place. And I know that based on my experience. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, it's not necessarily fact, but based on my experience, I've done so much shit. I've hacked the game, right? You guys know what I do. You guys have seen my content. You guys know what I do. I've done things that are literally would be considered hacking. I had permission from the devs, but I've done so many things, dug so deep into the code and like put hooks into the game to do things, right? Like Twitch plays, all my add-ons and stuff. Like, there's so many things that I've done to the game that would have flagged me otherwise, even though I had proof or like access to the devs. And I asked them, I said, is this okay? They said yes. They didn't give me a special pass. So that's just something to consider, that this was done by somebody, a person, a human being that has flaws, right? All humans have flaws. We're naturally biased no matter what. Like, this was done by a human being, and that's something to consider. Okay, that's the point I wanted to make there. Hacker tags generally happen with more than sufficient evidence, i.e. comp hacker tags, comp players typically discovering cheats on their computer. Okay, that's fair. But was this the case? Was that the case? I play on client, by the way. Okay, something else to consider. I love using tamper monkey. Organic hacker tags need to have a better system. I agree with that. He has always used client anyway, though. Okay, but like, so he says he used client. That's fair, but we don't know if he was using client in this situation, right? There's no way, I doubt that the devs even track that also. There's no way of us knowing that he was using the client during the situation, but that is something to consider. Fair enough, 100% fair. Chat controlling Krunker is hacking. Yeah, there's literally hooks that are in the game that would be extremely malicious, right? So I can admit some of my clips look sus. That's fair. Yeah, I agree. Like, we literally, but that doesn't mean that literally anybody's stuff could look sus, especially framed in the context of somebody who's being hacker tagged. Will you be breaking down Cal's hacker tag for the whole stream? No, I won't be doing this the whole stream. But I also want to touch on a few other things as well. I know this is taking a while, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this is just something that doesn't happen as much in the community, and I wish it would. With a lot of things. Like, let's just break it down and have an open discussion, right? Organic hacker tags need to happen. More transparency, especially of this caliber. I agree. Okay, whose clips are we watching? Cal's. Or I don't know who recorded these clips. Actually, who did record these clips? That's a good question. I don't know if we know. All I can say is I'm on a laptop, and when hardware acceleration is involved, it runs so badly. Fair. I can't get over it. Ruins it. He's such an obvious ESP. It's such an... I can't get over it. Like, that ruins it. Wait, are you saying this? Like, what we've watched is so obviously ESP? What's up, Elmo? If anybody's here looking for a giveaway, do exclamation point spec. Hence why I play on client. Fair. Okay. Milkshakes, are you still here? Do you remember what time that clip was at that you want to watch? I can't get over... Oh, the UG shot. It was just so sus. I mean, I agree that that shot was sus. I mean, but anybody can hit a sus shot. Hits wallbang with 0% context. That proves it. 530. Any media can be twisted in any narrative. Exactly. Like, that's what I really want to keep pushing that idea. And I know some of you understand, but I also think some of you might not understand that whatever context something is framed in, it's very easy to just keep going with this context and believe it to be true because of its context. Like, I don't know, it's just it's hard to explain, but like, people who are looking at hacker reports are looking at hacker reports usually with the obviously, like, no matter what, you're assuming that they're cheating, and that's why you're looking at their gameplay. Whether you want to be as unbiased as you can, no matter what, we're humans and we have flaws, and that's just how we are. We're not a computer. We don't have proper logic and reasoning. As much as we've studied fucking logical fallacies or anything like that, literally does not matter. We are humans and we have flaws. Whether they're biases, whatever they are. Gotta go eat dinner, but I'm loving this game analyzer. Yo, much love, Sane. Take care, man. Enjoy. One before and one after the accusations. People watch my 2 recent YouTube videos. Okay, that we can look into that as well. I'm reading a book about lawyers and murder, and this is making me think about that. Sick, dude. But wallbangs are making me think more sus. Well, but that goes back to what we were saying earlier, where wallbangs can literally, I will be at some point sparse, wallbangs can just happen, right? Wallbangs can happen. People just shoot through walls. Everybody wants clips, dude. Tell me if you weren't a streamer that you wouldn't just shoot through random walls, do a 360 and shoot through a wall so you can get a banger clip that you can throw up on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, right? By the way, client has hacks. Okay, just saying. Fair enough. Anyone can do a cheeky fucking wallbang. I agree. Hey, I'm back. How's the stream been? Pretty fucking good. At least I'm having a great time. Chat, if you guys are bored, I apologize. You may see yourself out. I'm having a great fucking time. This is the exact same Papa Moist, and he was a hacker that accusated over everything, and an attorney, and he did the least sus shot possible, and boom, he gets accusated. Fair. Don't count wallbangs or pre-fires. Pathing is how you can tell someone is cheating. So by pathing, Taylor, do you mean like following somebody's health bar through like just random walls? Is that what you're talking about? Don't count wallbangs. Okay, yeah, so that's what you're talking about, I'm assuming. No? Okay, what do you mean? What is pathing? I don't know what pathing is, so that would help me very much. I'm a lucky fire at wallbangs. I go for shots and make videos. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's content creators. That's what we do, right? That's what anybody would do. I'm not bored. Yo, glad to hear it, homie. I'm just trying to grow in this community. I respect it. You didn't say, hey, what's up, Angel? Yeah, what's up, Angel? Sorry, I'm just trying to get... Imagine hacking on an IO game. Okay, but see, like, that's the thing, too. That's a whole nother thing. Chat, we need to stop with the whole IO game mentality, right? This is the game that we love and we play every day, bro. It's not... whether it's an IO game or not, we love it and we play it, right? Tetris was just a fucking block game, but look where we are now, dude. Crosshair placement, okay. I mean, his route he takes to get from somewhere, that gives away every cheater. Okay, so maybe you can provide some definite, like, more input as we watch some more of these gameplays. Or some more of this gameplay. I need 3k more points. Yo, good luck, dude. You couldn't see the health bars in spec mode. The wallbang clips would look even more sus. You're saying if you couldn't see the health bars in spec mode, the wallbangs would be more sus? I mean, I see it both ways. Okay, let's watch this clip again. This is the clip that I believe a lot of people were like kind of concerned about. Was it this clip? I think it's this clip. Wait, where was it? Where was the clip? Does anybody know? The one where he wallbangs the sniper shot? I guess there was one here as well that somebody was interested in. I guess there's a few of them. You were just on it? Did I pass it? Do I need to go back? It's obvious. Right there. Do I need to go back? Should I go back? I was looking at chat for confirmation. I'm pretty sure there's a delay on replay mode. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, obvious as fuck. Yeah, right there. Wait, okay, hang on. Go back. He hopped over the wall. I'm assuming not here, right? No, back more. Here, I'm just gonna go back to here. 530. 530. That's normal. I mean, who wouldn't pre-fire that, right? That's fair. I wish I could watch this almost in slow motion. Can I? 530 is where he jumped over the wall after that. Did I already pass it again then? 530 where he jumped. So did I pass it again? Do I need to go back a little bit before it? Right there? Wait. It's hard because it doesn't show the time. Whenever I'm watching this streamable, it doesn't show the time. Keep watching? Okay. I'm assuming it's right after this. That's sus. That. I would love to break this down. Yup, dude. He shot, bro. He shot. There was a gunshot. I don't think we're thinking about audible cues, right? Audible cues. Like I said, again, we're literally just Fury exploring the he only pre-fires when someone is there theory. Yeah, we're going through like yeah, I feel like we're like digging a little bit too deep. He heard the shot. Exactly. There was a shot. Wait, dude. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit, and I recommend that maybe you guys turn up your volume as well. Like, we need to understand, regardless of it, right? You're giving him beyond more than enough credit. People don't play 100 volume max game sound. We don't know his setup, right, Alliance? We don't know that what volume he plays on. And even if we did, let's say he played at 0.2 volume. For all we know, he plays at 0.2 volume in game, and his Windows desktop audio is at 100, or he has a mix amp. Like, that's not something that we can base it off of because we don't have enough information. But let's just say here, right? Here, let me go back a little bit. Like, there was a shot right before he jumped over that wall. Gunshot. And I'm not saying that this is the case, but I'm just saying something to consider. Pure quiet. Are you not hearing the gunshot? Maybe you're not hearing the gunshot over where I'm playing it for you. Not really sus. You can hear and see the shot. He pre-fires him through the wall. Again, it's like context, right? But I do, like, I see what you guys are saying. I'm not disagreeing. That's more than enough evidence. I'm not disagreeing with what you guys are saying. I'm not here to express my opinion at all. I can express my opinion at the end maybe, but to be honest, I don't care to. That's not what I'm here for. Click the settings icon in the bottom right corner. You might be able to slow mode. That's only quality, unfortunately. But yeah, just I want to make that clear again. I'm not taking sides here by any means. I'm not on Cal's side. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm literally just presenting ideas and counters to the things that you guys are saying, so we can just have an open mind, right? If you concentrated in game, the 530, you can see that he shoots him, the opponent, and kills him. Then Cal's types of hacker. Wait. He shoots him, then the opponent kills him, and then Cal's types in hacker reported, but Cal's is the one shooting first. He instantly knew he went to the right and never bothered to peek to the left. That's fair. That's a fair argument. But, I mean, right? Like, I see what you're saying there. He did immediately go to the right after, but also the gunshot came from the right. The gunshot did come from the right, where he was coming up. Right? So he's coming up here. I mean, but we don't know, right? I see what you're saying. But the gunshot, like, it's kind of in the middle, so he could have looked either way. Top right. Wait, are you talking? Wait, top right. Oh, top right. Wait, what am I looking at here? The sound's coming from the top right. Wait, how do you know that where the sound's coming from? Send me streamable, please. Okay. Oh, you're just saying like based on your headphones where you're hearing mix amp, I hear it well. Okay, so then there we go. Like again, so like for example, with Inno's setup, he has a mix amp, and he's saying that the sound's coming from the top right. I mean, Krunker has audible cues. Like it's literally just, it's not that like crazy of a thing to consider that he heard what direction a shot's coming from. I really can't focus on my explanation for Python code, how I created my code, so I'm gonna go and lurk. Yo, much love, Quan. Okay. So let's keep going, because we're delving too far into suspicious clips, and I want to start looking at just normal gameplay, right? So I think I'm ready to move on from the suspicious clip stuff. I think we've beaten that to death, right? We can look at all the suspicious clips, we can fit it into whatever context we want, and you guys can decide whether you think they are actually suspicious or just suspicious as gameplay or just good gameplay, right? Like whether it's suspicious as in possibly hacking or whatever. You guys are up to decide for that. That's not my place, right? If you get the free time, check DM. Don't read it out loud though. Okay. I will in just a little bit. What's up, Avery? Okay, so I kind of want to take a break on this, and I want to go and look at, should we just look at a previous day's VOD? Look at 627. That's gonna be the last thing I look at, okay? You're talking about this shot again. I think we've all discussed that shot and why that shot is kind of weird, but not impossible. That's proof right there. I don't think it's definitely like something to consider, right? I think it's definitely something to consider. Like I even freaked out when I first saw that, right? You guys know my reaction when I first saw that. I was like, what the fuck, dude? But like, you can't humanly hear those steps. No, I'm not. That's not my claim there at all. I want to make sure that's clear. Like, that's not my claim. I'm not claiming by any means that he heard any shots here or any footsteps or anything, right? I do that all the time. I pause and I wallbang. Yeah, see, like, there's so much. You literally can't. Yeah, that's what I'm not arguing against that. Random wall bangs. Yeah, I mean, people just fucking shoot through walls, especially as somebody who's like a content creator or whatever. Like, people just do that. Like, that's a natural thing to do. What's up, Jesus? I'm basically just breaking down, like, we're trying to break down like somebody's hacker tag, and we've just been discussing it the whole time. We're having an open discussion, and just trying to like teach people, or not teach people, but just like, I don't know, have an open conversation rather than just listening to one person and like proposing alternate ideas and stuff. But I really want to look. Okay, well, enough of this sus shit, right? Like, you're looking at the wrong stuff. Taylor, help me, please. I would love your input, because that's kind of what we're doing here, right? Like, I'm not proposing this whole thing as me knowing exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, I want to make that clear as well. I want to call, yes, I'd love to call for a second. Right before I call Taylor, I want to make this clear again. I feel like I keep having to clarify, but I know some people are coming in, some people are leaving. I'll call you. I am not saying that I'm an expert on this by any means. This is not what I'm here for. I'm not an expert at tearing things down. I'm not a psychology expert. I'm not like a fucking like an expert in anything, right? I am just giving an open platform for us to all discuss about everything, right? Alliance, Taylor and Kovac are all more qualified than anyone. No offense. That's fair, but like, that's like, they're qualified in one aspect, right? So like, there's also pieces that a casual gamer, there's things that a casual gamer who isn't really good at the game would see in a different view, right? The vids I sent you, yo, limits, don't spam, we'll get there, I promise you. But like, just understand that, right? That literally there's a just because somebody's extremely qualified, they also have a very different view. Quick, super short example. A lot of times, you guys have seen, if you've been here for my coding streams, sometimes I will take the most complicated approach to get to something, right? You're all good, limits. I'll take the most complicated approach to get to an end solution, because I've been doing this forever and I'm super common to over engineer my things. Ozzy knows exactly what I'm talking about. and that's where somebody who is more like novice or like really new could have a different perspective. So that's another thing. That's like appeal to authority, right? Just because somebody's really good at something and knows a lot about something, we should also consider other sides to it, right? I appreciate all this. I'm not used to loads of people watching me and then all the questions on top. Yo, no worries, dude. I'm just here to provide things to discuss, right? Let's have an open conversation. Okay, I'm gonna call Taylor really quick, and Taylor Ferguson, NV comp player, previous. Let me turn you down because I think you're gonna be really down. Taylor, hello. Hello. Okay. So yes, sounds good. Can you guys hear him pretty good? I think it's pretty good. I see the sound not peaking too crazy. And yeah, also, like, one more time before I start talking to Taylor, we're not here to solve anything, right? We're here to discuss. I'm not in charge of this by any means. I'm just here to discuss, provide an open platform for us to discuss this. Okay, what's up, Taylor?
So pretty much, I just wanted to comment on like the stuff you were looking at. So like, obviously, I haven't like seen probably even 1/10 of what other people have when it comes to clips or VODs or YouTube videos or anything. But my issue is that you keep looking at clips that are like pre-fires and wallbangs and things like that, but it's really hard to tell if someone isn't like using an aimbot to lock onto someone if they're wall hacking that way, because you could easily disguise it. Like if I wanted to cheat and put wall hacks on, it would be so hard for you to catch me unless you noticed something was wrong with like my program. So it'd have to be the devs, because it'd be effortless to hide it. The way you want to catch people using wall hacks so they see where the people are across the map, the way you tell that they're cheating is by their pathing to how they get to places. So typically with a wall hacker, you're going to see pre-fires, you're going to see the wall bangs, but same with good players. The difference is if you were to watch a person like Gangu or you were to watch me, there would be lots of little context and details of how we choose the pathing we take to go kill them, even if we're going for like sus clips, because it's fun to do that. Whereas like people who wall hack might not have the knowledge to be able to like get the information they have, so they'll like take really odd pathing to get certain kills and it won't line up at all. So that's what I wanted to tell you, to make sure whenever you watch anyone for wall hacking on this game, you want to focus on their pathing. I mean, unless it's just so blatant that their crosshairs tracking people through walls, then obviously there's something up with that. But even that is possible to do. Like if I went into a game right now and we just brought people in and then you spectated me, I would be able to do it very well. I would be able to track people through walls very well. It might be slightly off here and there because it's easier to do if you know the speed of like the players. So if you're in a lobby for multiple games with someone and you know how fast they go, it's way easier to do it then. So
the more data you have, like
it's all about like pathing and like, so there are going to be common pre-fire spots. So when you watch someone's VODs or their gameplay, you're going to see common pre-fire spots and routes. But like you have to also notice when things like switch up, and there has to be good context for the switch up. And when there isn't, that's a massive red flag. So that's what you should be looking for.
Okay, yeah, because like that's something like I was talking about too, is like we keep diving into these specific shots, and I want to go look at some of his gameplay that wasn't in this context, right? Like I want to just go look at a random VOD and like see his gameplay also.
And then one final thing too is like if you're taking like a spectator's point of view, or even there might even be issues with like streaming or anything. Like if it's not just like pure shadow play or something, there could be delays on the person. Like your ping could be different to their ping. So like what you see isn't what's happening on their screen. So if you see someone, like if someone spectates me, they might go like, oh, you're shooting before you see me. But on my screen, I'm already 3 jumps around the wall because like I know how to angle myself around walls. So my character model is invisible, so they don't see me yet. And there's ways to exploit different things like that, so you get free shots off. And that's something every comp player exploits as well. They exploit invisible hitboxes, so you don't actually see them yet.
Yeah, because like a lot of times, like I'll literally just be aiming around a corner, and like the Krunker hitboxes are so big that I'll literally see somebody's health bar before they're even around the corner. Like that's super common. And like, and then also like, just to touch on that whole like theater mode thing, or like however this was recorded, or spectator mode, like we have to also, like, everybody should be considering this, that the update rate, I don't know what it is because I don't have the numbers, but the like there's a like kind of like similar to tick rate, right? The update rate that a spectating visual is going to be a lot slower than somebody who's actually playing. So like you're not seeing one-to-one like movement from them in game. It's literally
and this
like,
happens in a modern game, Modern Warfare. If you play Warzone or if you play pubs, watch the kill cam. It is not going to be what actually happened. It's just going to be like a kind of version of it,
because the
like
amount of resources that it would take to like mimic somebody's movement one-to-one
live,
like that update rate is just like, it's ridiculous. Like it's not even reasonable at all. So yeah, that's a great point. Definitely a great point. Okay. Anything else to consider?
No, that's pretty much it. I would just say follow someone's like pathing.
Oh,
and, like,
so that's okay. So about that. So like, I don't know if you see my screen right now. So like, let's say
I'm
for
watching.
example, like he's coming up here and his natural direction was to go to the right or whatever. Or like I like, that's the thing, because I'm not as skilled of a player to know this, so like understanding the proper way to like break this down also helps, right? So like, say they're like, their natural direction for whatever reason seems like they would be coming here and they're gonna go make a right turn here, but they just so happen to like see somebody's hitbox down here, and then that's like an odd direction for them to take because they might have seen like the ESP, like the person down there. Is that kind of like, I'm probably saying it in the dumbest way possible, like maybe
if you probably are. It's still kind of like it's something you want to take multiple things over, because like when you're looking at pathing, right, you can watch me play, I can go stream right now, guys can watch me path and pre-fire, and I can 360 around every wall and perfectly pre-fire everyone's head because the hitboxes are big, because I know the timings of everyone. But like there's gonna be moments too where like maybe I grab a sip of water but I'm still hopping around, so like there's gonna be different moments where if you lose focus, I get a text, someone talks to me in real life. Any of these things could happen, and when you're watching a clip that has no sound, you don't know what's going on. His dog could be jumping on his lap, so like it could change the pathing. And like then you're in like a new spot, you refocus, and then like you just kind of like go back to it, but now you're in a different spot, and then what do you know, someone's magically there, and then you get the kill. And it's just like stuff like that can happen too, and then people will go, oh, it's super sus. And it's just like, well, they didn't, like the series of events just like led out that way. That's just life.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna try and like, I probably will like try and look out for some of that, but I'm like, I know that I'm not experienced enough to actually speak on that specific matter so much, so I'm probably not going to be able to like do it justice. But if you're going to be watching, you don't
have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's just something you want to look out for, because when things like that, when there's red flags like that, that's like red flags of someone's wall hacking. When there's a lot of just like, wait, why is your pathing like this? Why are you doing correct stuff here, but then you opt to not do correct stuff, but it magically worked out because this player like changed something up. So it's just like weird moments like that. Is what you want to be looking for, not necessarily like wallbangs.
Okay, that sounds good. And that's the thing, is I feel like with the whole like review system that people do, is that everything's always clipped in a specific context, like, oh, here's these crazy wallbangs and like maybe a few other things that they saw, and they're reporting it to like, you know, some streamer or some sort of admin in game, and they'll see this like very specific wallbang and a few others like suspicious clips all put together, and then immediately that's a hacker tag, when that's not. Like there's so much more to it, and that's like you said, like an issue with the human, like, you know what I mean, like when we no longer have script detection to be able to determine that there's some sort of injection that happened to hacker tag someone, it's left at somebody's discretion, and there's always going to be flaws there, whether it's right or wrong. Like it's just going to happen, like no matter what.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. If you have anything else that we're going through this and you want to like bring it up or call back or stay on the call or whatever you want to do.
That's kind of all I wanted to talk about, because it was like a lot of the same clips, or it's just to me, I didn't know like where the source was coming from. So like, was the spectator having delays? So like that changes everything. Like on his screen, he could be seeing the person like tracking him around a wall, and then like, but on the spectator's point of view, the character model doesn't even show up, so it just like looks really sus. And it's just like little things like that I just wanted to make sure you were considering. And then like also don't spend so much time on it. It's about getting a bunch of different pieces of evidence and putting it together, and not just like trying to grab like 2 sus clips.
Okay, cool, that sounds good. All right, thanks, Taylor. Appreciate you. Later. All right, so, and again, like let's I'm no expert. I've never, ever in my existence even considered trying to get involved with something like this, nor evaluate somebody to be a hacker or not. So that's something that's great to know. I never knew that, and now we're going to use that extra bit of information and kind of feed that into some more things that we're going to look at. So that's something that's great. I think a lot of us could have learned something there, and unfortunately a lot of this is falling on the community. Well, that's like a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like, this is falling on the ears of the community, but I wish some of this information, not saying that the people who are in charge of this right now don't know this, but like, who knows how many of the existing in-game mods know this information or take this much diligence to, you know, do these kind of hacker tags and stuff like that, right? I am not defending either side. I'm here literally just reviewing stuff and putting out ideas, counters to the things that people are saying. So everything everybody has said in chat, I'm providing a counter to it. That's literally it. Like, that's all. Like, I don't do this, but I'm just trying to expand our ideas of thinking, right? That's all I'm doing. I'm not taking either side. To me, the situation, I have no relation to Calzeh or anything else or anything, right? So that's just something I want to put out there. Okay, so that is, okay, so back to that question, right? So I don't know. That is kind of weird, right? We can agree that that's kind of weird. You had one story, and then about it was somebody else on your account, and then you said it was you finally. But also, like, if somebody, we can't necessarily blame somebody for initially getting accused of hacking to just have a knee-jerk reaction and be like, it was somebody else, it was me, like, something like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but like, it wouldn't surprise me of something like that to happen, right? We're, as human beings, we're very like reactive, like knee-jerk reaction to something that's happened. Like, if you're not like thinking before, like, you might just say something to just put it out there or like to defend yourself immediately. I think that's natural. Not saying that's good or that's bad, but like, you're acting on emotion, which no matter what, there's no such thing as a human fucking thinking logically, because we're human beings, right? So that's just like, no matter what, that's literally what's going to happen. The reason he was switching up because he was saying, so the reason he was switching up what he was saying is because in-game mods and other people have told him many different stories, and that's why the tag was there, messing him around. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But like, I don't know either. Like, I don't have enough information about that specifically. But my answer will never change. Okay, so his stance on it, okay, so that's okay. So we're still clear on that. He says that it was his gameplay. Okay, let's just get this one fact straight. It was his gameplay, and that's it, right? It was your gameplay, sus or not, it was your gameplay, whatever, that's it, right? I just lick Sid's pinky toe and remove your tag, learn from experience. Okay, so actually I want to talk on that. I don't know if I even want to watch more of this gameplay and try and like take this apart, right? What's up, Puggy? Let's say, okay, actually I want to consider this. What would make this situation right? What would make the situation right? In the Krunker community, do we believe in second chances? Do we believe that if he were to say, whether he said it before or after, do we believe in second chances for somebody who hacked? And it wasn't hacked, and I guess we can consider the level that it happened, right? Was it in a competitive standpoint for money? Was it something casually? Like, we should also consider what he got out of hacking in the situation, right? Do we believe, as a Krunker community, forever, whoever's here right now, do we believe in second chances? I'd like to know yes or no.